What's up YouTube? So you want to learn the pseudo space skip. Well, luckily I lapped the crap out of this to get a consistent setup, ruled out as much RNG as possible and used visual cues and devised a setup to make it consistent. But with all frame perfect tricks, it's not foolproof. I can't get it every time either. But I haven't had to reset the claw very much at all. So if you practice it and get it flowing, you won't have to reset and we'll get it in the 5 chances per reset. If you do manage to kill the claw without getting the trick, all you have to do is speed to the train and just come back. It will have respawn by the time you get back. Maybe all you need is the door to close. I'm not entirely sure on that. Now this method specifically uses the claw. So if you want an audio cue or using the big guy as a cue, this is not the video, sorry. But I have confidence to say my visual cue is seen in all those setups. I am confident in its consistency. It may be anecdotal, but from the evidence I've gathered, it's pretty fair to say it's just frame perfect. Granted, all steps align properly, just like in all those setups. It's the same setup, different cues. The setup is hard to do and inconsistent depending on your timing, but as long as you try for it exactly, you will get it before it dies, leading to a roughly 10 to 20 second time save over going to the right and doing the bomb jumps optimally. Some people aren't able to do that skip consistently like me or don't have the time to put in the practice. Now, what are the visual cues specifically and how do you do this trick? First, all you need is this running animation. The flash shift or running around or just speed boosting is all just optimizations to get into position quickly. To perform the pseudo, all you need to do is this running melee. You could basically do it in place, and you need to be in this corner right here. It has a very generous lunging distance. So as you do the running melee, you hold L as you're in the air, and you just aim at this tile right here, right? But do not shoot. What you want to do is hold a charge beam and then morph. That's what you use to shoot. You do melee, hold L, aim for the angle, and morph. Keep in mind, do not move your joystick around when you shoot. It may make the angle all wonky. I've seen the beam suddenly shift to the right as I morph sometimes. The key is to eliminate all inconsistencies except the claw. The angle cue is as follows. I usually use specifically her knee right here, right? Her knee right here as the angle cue. You will know if you have the angle when her knee is slightly clipping her arm. See how it's slightly clipping her arm right here? It's like right about there. It's about to clip, see? Then you adjust with the knee while aiming at the specific tile. You will know you have the angle when you hit the enemy. Even that isn't enough evidence for success. To practice this angle, you can kill the claw underneath with the pseudo wave. Heck, you might even succeed it by accident doing it. Let me see. I'm not using the visual cue right now. Yeah, it's pretty much luck if you don't use the visual cue. Once the claw is gone, you can check to see if this green beam comes out in this fashion along the wall towards slight left. If you can do that, you, my friend, have found the angle. There is no diffusion RNG to it either. At first, there were speculations about it, but I can safely say there is not. When you shoot the wall, you can see all these extra explosions, but 3 of the main ones are always in the same spot, right? These 3 green beams. The other explosions comes from a diffusion upgrade, acting as like just a visual effect. But that's for a different video because it's still not clear on how this diffusion beam actually works. So now we have the angle. Basically, actually no, confidently say no RNG involved, and a way to shove her arm into the ground, right? What exactly are we looking for on the claw? Specifically, right there, that vibration of the top back claw. Right there. We're looking for that vibration. But we are looking for the vibration after it closes slightly. Right there, closes slightly, vibrates, and is extending. If you do it on any vibration like that one, and not after it closes, it does not work. Luckily, this claw is on a cycle. It will always close, vibrate, extend, reel back, vibrate, and then close again and restart the cycle. It always does that in a couple seconds. This cycle is consistent too. Upon entering the zone, it will start its cycle over, leading to the first clip you saw being the fastest you can reasonably get to skip. So here, look. Closed, vibrates. Closed, vibrates. Closed, vibrates. See, it's consistent transitioning in. This claw resets its animation. I think it's partly because it's on like the topmost quadrant of this block or something like that, so you're technically not even supposed to be seeing this because the screen doesn't shift to it, so it's technically off screen. So maybe that's what resets it. Now, the very specific window you want to shoot at and the absolute limits of success, when the claw has closed slightly and reels back, right there, it will start extending up to this yellow line. Right, you see the yellow horn with the shadow? It will extend to that point, that shadow line. That shadow line is the absolute limit you can wait to shoot. And it's a rough one to shoot for. If you don't get it, you just don't get the explosion. I wait for the claw to start extending halfway and then shoot, leading to the window to be roughly halfway extended to the line. This is the window you're aiming for with the angle from before. Why does this work? Well, the blob actually has a line about here from this picture, protecting it from diffusion angles, but by a miracle, the claw for some reason extends its invisible hurt box for a brief moment, letting your leftmost beam, see, out of 3, the leftmost beam, to hit the very tip of that invisible extended hurt box, letting you clip the blob, leading to success. Just look how janky the hurt box is from this picture. See, the blob exploded, you see the leftmost beam explosion, and it's not even touching physically the claw. That's how far that hurt box has extended. So once again, you run in however you want, melee in corner, hold L, and morph to shoot. You can also shoot to see if you hit the claw to know if you have it. Right? Generally, if you hit it, it will most likely be the angle. Granted, you don't aim too far right. And let me see if I get the rightmost one. Yeah, the rightmost, the slight right is pretty inconsistent for me. When you melee, hold L, get the angle. And you just morph. So here, I'll show some examples I try to get on the fly right now. Hopefully I don't embarrass myself. You go in, you melee, you get the angle, and you wait for the cue. Close, vibrates, extends, close, vibrates, extend. Yep. And let's try again. Get the angle. I just missed it by just a second, just getting angle. Close, vibrates, extend. I accidentally moved my joystick, close, vibrate, extend. See, close, vibrates, extends, shoot. That's how you get the angle. So you can use whatever cue you want. You can use that flag if you want. I don't even know how you would manage that. You use the big guy. You could use his steps as an audio cue. I don't know the specifics on that, but I don't think it's as fast or consistent as using the claw because it's still dependent on the claw. Different people, different methods, right? But it's the same setup in all the methods. So I hope this helped you understand the skip. Be sure to like and subscribe and check out my streams where I'm currently speedrunning Dread. And thanks for watching. Let me try to get it one more time. Get the angle. Accidentally morphed. Angle. Vibrates. Extend. See?